So the people in my lab get to be creative. They get to ask themselves, well, what if the world worked this way?
What engineers have been doing for a long time is trying to use engineering to solve problems in biology. And what our lab is doing is trying to turn that on its head and instead use biology to solve problems in engineering.
I started working with gymnastics with kids who had physical disabilities. And then what you had to do is adjust the way you were doing the sport so that it was a challenge for somebody who walked in a totally different way. And that got me thinking about the musculoskeletal system and how important it was to our everyday lives.
I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I actually grew up really close to the rainforest. And so growing up, I was always surrounded by all of this beautiful nature. I oftentimes used science as a way to explain the life around me and how things worked.
As I was a pretty curious kid, I loved to ask questions and I always wanted to know how things worked.
So I grew up in East Los Angeles, my first in the family to ever go to college and also to pursue a PhD.
Research in science is a way you can make an impact on thousands of patients and really change the standards of care and how we treat patients. And so from there, I was able to realize what the research I was doing could do for others.
When you think of bacteria, you oftentimes think of them on the surface of your skin. And sometimes they can be bad and cause infection. But not only do you have bacteria on your skin, but you have it in your gut. And it's actually healthy to have it in your gut. Recently, it's been found that the bacteria in your gut, not only do they affect your digestive system, but they can affect other tissues throughout your body.
If we identify specific molecules that are derived from these bacteria that are actually beneficial to our bones, for example, then this could be as simple as, potentially giving it as a supplement to a person, and that this could actually help to support their bone health.
Now in the future, we're thinking about how the gut microbiome might influence the musculoskeletal system to make your bones and your joints stronger.
I think it's really telling that your work is innovative if someone tells you that your work made them think of a problem or a solution in a new way that they've never considered before.
Looking at materials that are historically not alive, so things like cement, things like metal, things that you can use to build like structures and build buildings. Looking at those materials and finding a way where we can incorporate living organisms like cells, bacteria, so that those structures or those materials can be alive.
Because we're not just engineering the material, we're engineering the living cells, and we're engineering the combination of the living cells and the material.
I am an engineer because I want to build things that help people. I can't think of any better way to do it than to create new technologies that make people happier and healthier.